So we're just in the process of doing our first layer of paint on our pillars. So we've just started kind of with a bit of a dark gray, and I just got this sponge from the dollar store. So I'm just kind of lightly sponging it on top to just like add a little bit. So we don't want to completely saturate it. We just kind of want to pat it on top to add the color. And then we'll be adding some black into the cracks, some white and some brown to really age them and make them look super old. So it's kind of the exciting part for me now, because the construction's sort of all up to Mike, and then this stuff is a little bit more my forte. So here we are with the second layer on our pillars. So first layer was a gray, then I just went over with a watered down black paint with a paintbrush, and then wiped it with a rag to kind of darken them a little bit and to really show the cracks inside the pillars. One of the things that I noticed though is by my third and fourth pillar, when I put them out in the daylight, because it's a little bit cold out, so we're doing this in the garage. When I put them out in the daylight, I noticed that they're a little bit darker than what I wanted them to be. And it didn't occur to me until just a little while ago that it's probably because my rag that I'm wiping with is completely black. So I've got a new rag that I'm using now just to make sure that I'm not just spreading black all over the place, that I'm going to have to probably go over these ones a little bit more just to relighten them up. And of course, then we'll be also adding some green and some white, a little bit as well, to the bricks to add a little bit more dimension to them. Now I am on to the third stage, and I just started on this one right here, and that is to just put some brown over top. So I've just kind of got some light brown paint, and I've just been taking it with the sponge. And I'm just kind of lightly going over the bricks. So it's just kind of making them look, I think, a little bit more worn out. I think it's blending everything a little bit better as well. So, and then once I kind of go through that, and I'm finally kind of done, I will go back through into all my little broken spaces like this one, and I will fill that with some more black, so that way it's a little bit darker. So I guess we'll see how this part goes. So I've done almost all the coats on the smaller pillars. So we've got the gray, the black, and some brown that kind of has been wiped sort of all over it. I haven't done any green or white yet at this point. I'm just kind of letting it sit and just kind of deciding what I'm going to do next and how I'm going to apply it. So while I'm just kind of thinking on those ones, I've started on the big pillars. So here we go. They've got part way. I'm just starting with the gray on it right now. So I wanted to do the little ones first just to make sure if we made any screw ups, and so far so good. So we're going to start working on the big ones. Hey everyone, so I'm just showing you a quick view of our before and after. I've just done the layer of gray on both, and then you can see on the left hand side that I've started to go over that one with black. So I'm just filling up the cracks and doing edges and adding some contrast to it. So I'm going to now work on this one and start adding some black onto it. And then once I'm done that, then I'll start kind of going over it with the brown and green. So we'll make them look really old. Oh my goodness, what are you doing now?
Well, you know what? We had some tombstones made, and these are actually them. And I had them like with dollar store stuff screwed to them, and you know, we were so happy with the how the pillars turned out that we thought we would look at doing the tombstones in the same type of mortar. So we're just quickly just kind of putting a thin coat on our tombstones, and then we just added a couple moldings to them, just because since we can
Dress them up a little bit.
yeah, dress them up a little bit since the mortar's going to cover it all anyway. So we thought, hey, we'll add a couple little texture designs to give it some elements, and then I added some 2x4s at the bottom to give it some weight, so they would stand up in the wind, or you know, if kids kind of come up to them, they're going to have a little bit of weight to them.
Right, they won't fall over.
Yeah, they were pretty light before, so I added just 2x4s at the bottom, 2x6s and some 2x4s at the bottom, and it significantly added some weight and some beef to it. That's some meat.
Yeah, they're looking good. My favorite one is this one right here, which is my suggestion.